Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Zero Hour. Welcome back to another 2v2 replay. Today we've got an expert replay between ExCaL and LoGiCa over here on the right hand side of Coastline World, or Wold, as it is spelled in the game. And then on the left hand side we've got Big SiZe with HuMaN1tY. It looks like an all-round GLA mirror. This is taken from a 2v2 challenge they played only, I think, yesterday. So it's a very, very fresh replay. I must have received probably 3 or 4 different messages of different people saying I need to watch this replay. I didn't actually watch it live or anything, so here I am. I downloaded it on Gentle. I have no idea who wins, but I do know that this replay is gigantic, so we might be on for an epic an epic game. You may think that's a spoiler, but actually you can probably tell already by the length of this video. I have no idea how long this video is going to be, but I think it's going to go a while. So over here on the right hand side we do have ExCaL with the Tox, then alongside him we have LoGiCa with Stealth, and then for HuMaN1tY we've got Tox. It's Tox Stealth Mirror basically, yeah, Tox Stealth. ExCaL and HuMaN1tY having the stronger armies, at least like in the early mid game. Tox is considered stronger, so I played this this matchup. Maybe not this exact matchup, but usually they do a I think they do a Tox and a Stealth versus Demo. I think is normally the matchup. I've actually played that myself in challenges on this a lot of the time, so I know how it feels to play this. We've got a technical coming in here for ExCaL. Common strat for ExCaL is he likes to go for the worker crushers in the beginning, but actually he's been completely stopped there. He does have a rebel inside it and some RPGs, but it does get completely cleared up. Does take 1 technical down with it. A lot of this map is about the middle control of the for the oils. So you've got an oil here and an oil here, of course, in the refinery. If you control them, obviously you lead economically. That's exactly what you do want. But I'm expecting massive massive battles here in the middle. Technical now out for LoGiCa. Just going to clear up some workers. Got a number of RPGs here for LoGiCa as well. ExCaL with plenty of technicals. I think that was a toxin tractor there that went down, and ExCal's pretty good at scrapping up his stuff, and SiZe is pretty bad at blocking the scrap or scrap denying it. So yeah, you see a number of times the right team already managing to scrap up their technicals, getting some veterancy on there. HuMaN1tY now bringing in some techs of his own, but there is a tunnel there, some RPGs. This is a bad engagement that HuMaN1tY doesn't want to take. He knows it and runs away. Over here on this right hand side we've got an oil captured for LoGiCa, we've got an oil captured here, and a big push of technicals now for ExCaL down the middle of the map. Remember, he is the Stealth, so... Oh no, sorry, he is the Tox actually. He is the Tox. So he is going to have Scorpion tanks. He's already on double arms dealer. He likes to box his workers in like this with the buildings at a slight angle to give the workers more room there to collect. I really like that. Ensuring the fast collection. And he drops off a rebel here in the base. This is a common strat actually that I've seen a few players do. Google likes to do it. Actually, what I mean is actually a worker normally gets dropped off there, but actually no worker there from ExCaL. He's got a hold of the building, but no worker. SiZe has a lot of technicals here himself, and he's actually going for a palace. ExCaL will now have scouted it. Yeah, I'm surprised ExCaL hasn't brought a worker with him, because that really would put the left team on a timer here. HuMaN1tY's coming in with some technicals, but I don't really know what that is going to do. It doesn't even get inside of the building, but yeah. Oh, he actually has brought a rebel. Okay, he has brought a rebel and cleared this out now. So that's really helped out SiZe. Well, helped out both of them, really, because you don't want to let ExCaL keep control of this, being a little bit of a pest in the back of the base. LoGiCa is now trying to get 1 more oil. This one here has been killed. So if LoGiCa does get that, which he doesn't, but they would have an economic lead if he did get it. Technical roaming around the base of HuMaN1tY. And Big SiZe is somehow clearing ExCaL from here with the stealth against the Tox tunnels, which I'm a little bit surprised about. But maybe it's because ExCal's thrown away a few units, because he wasted that first technical here, and then he kind of wasted those 4 technicals in the back there. So maybe ExCaL hung around on the technicals a little bit too long. He is getting a palace, and now with the Scorpions, but I don't think he's got any forward tunnel here whatsoever. LoGiCa now come in to help, but there's a load of technicals out for SiZe. Chooses to engage the quads. Very smart, actually, because he did take out 1 quad, which he will take for losing 1 technical. Important engagement here, though, because whoever controls this oil, like I say, and that middle building, will be leading very well. LoGiCa then brought a combat cycle to the fight. I think he wanted to get that oil, but Oh, he's actually brought a rebel as well. Okay. Maybe he's going to try and capture this or something. 100%. HuMaN1tY now pushing at the top. So whilst LoGiCa has been helping here, he's now getting pushed back at the top. So actually for the left team, it actually looks pretty good. For SiZe and HuMaN1tY is looking pretty good. Got a load of workers here. Palace now finished with HuMaN1tY. Nobody's got this all yet, although it has been repaired almost to 100%, but not completely. Because it does start on like, what, about 50% HP? Only 3 workers collecting there from ExCaL. It's uncharacteristic of him, actually. He normally likes to collect with 5 or 6, which is the recommended. LoGiCa keeps sending rebels to their death here. A little bit of a waste there from LoGiCa. Big SiZe now on a load of buggies. It is looking really, really positive for the left side. I suppose on the right side, they've got 2 palaces as well. First market going up there, but SiZe is already on his first market. So, yeah, I think the left side seem to me like they have a definite lead. But there's quite a lot of Scorpions here for ExCaL. And, of course, if ExCaL does want to make rocket buggies, then his will be more expensive than Stealth. So I think $900, and is it 1,000 or 1,100 for Tox? I think it's 1,100, so it's $200 difference. But LoGiCa seems to have a good wraparound on this middle building here, so maybe he plans on taking that. The amount of rebels we've seen out, he probably could have taken it by now. Bit of a buggy trade-off there, but I think ExCaL has come worse off in this whole fight in the center here. He doesn't even have a forward tunnel here. He has that one now. It looks like it's just been built. And now the right team are deciding to kill this oil and send another rebel there as well. But yeah, big SiZe doing really, really well here. And not really that impressed with what LoGiCa is doing. He keeps sending a few units at a time, but everything just seems to be getting cleared up. And HuMaNity's kind of won this engagement here at the top. But I suppose that LoGiCa needs to do what he can to try and retain a position here in the mid, because if the left side do manage to clear the mid completely and hold more ground, then yeah, if you've ever played SiZe's GLA and he has more ground than you and spreads his markets around and it goes into a Scud Storm battle later on, you don't want to have a compact base. Mind you, that said, on this map, it is pretty big to be spreading your markets around. But yeah, ideally you want to maintain at least like to the halfway line. But so far, it does look like LoGiCa and ExCaL are getting pushed back here in the mid. Yeah, slowly but surely, all of LoGiCa's tunnels are being cleared. And if you look at LoGiCa's XP487, ExCaL 992, but big SiZe is way ahead. HuMaNiTY is even ahead of both ExCaL and LoGiCa. So left side definitely winning so far. But in a GLA mirror, once the amount of markets gets up for both sides, anything can happen. But yeah, SiZe is looking like a bit of a monster here. He's got 4 markets, CC being built, HuMaNiTY tunneling his mate very, very nicely. HuMaNiTY dropping down some fake markets. He's on 4, SiZe is on 4. ExCaL on the right side is on 1, 2, 3. And LoGiCa is only on 2. So yeah, definite lead for the left side. Not only in terms of what they've killed, but also they've translated that then into an economic lead as well, with more markets. There is a beacon there from HuMaNiTY. Maybe he's indicating SiZe to get the build in. I think what's interesting for me is over the last few years, team game level has definitely improved. And I think the main reason is, like, since Discord has come around and everyone's gone onto Discord, we're all pretty much using voice chat. There's never been a team challenge that I've used where I've not been on voice chat. And if there is, I probably refuse to play it, because being on voice chat is such a huge advantage compared to not being. Whereas a few years ago, I don't think, maybe apart from Mr. X and Crazy, I don't think many people or anyone use the voice chat at all. So yeah, all players here will definitely be on voice chat. I know ExCaL and LoGiCa will, and I know SiZe and HuMaNiTY will. SiZe and HuMaNiTY have played together a lot here. I think HuMaNiTY, is fair to say, is a bit of the underdog because they're all expert level players here, apart from HuMaNiTY. But HuMaNiTY is a very experienced team player, and they are doing very well here. So SiZe is still clearing out mid, continuing the push here with the buggies numbers. And HuMaNiTY, although he's lost a bus, he's actually tanking the damage here, like from the tunnels and stuff. So the buggies from SiZe then can come in and do some damage. So yeah, ExCaL is not looking in the greatest of shapes, but he is dropping down more markets. LoGiCa is on his fourth market as well. We've got HuMaN1tY. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dropping down his first Scud Storm, 6. So yeah, definite lead, and there's another Scud Storm going down there as well. A definite lead, like without a doubt, for the left-hand side. ExCaL is dropping down a Scud Storm of his own though. But they are definitely going to be playing catch-up. They're definitely going to be playing catch-up. Yeah, Big SiZe not getting this refinery. I think that is a mistake. He is sending a Rebel now. Could have probably got it a couple of minutes earlier, but at least he is getting it. Game has slowed down a bit. We've got a demo trap being built here by LoGiCa. I don't really know how useful that's going to be. I don't know if it's even worth making a stealth. Does it cost 400 or 600 for stealth? I always forget. Never actually make it, but yeah, probably only worth really making as demolition in my opinion, because they build so fast, they're so cheap and so powerful as demo. For the other GLAs, yeah, sure, they can be of some use, but I mean, the enemy clears that and you've lost either 400 or 600 for nothing. It's a little bit of a waste, especially when every bit of your money at the moment needs to probably be going into markets. LoGiCa does have 4, 5, 6, 7 markets, I think. Scud Storm being built by ExCaL. Palace is stealthed. Yeah, you see? I think because they saw him building it, so now that's just been cleared. So that is a bit of a loss. I don't remember if it's 400 or 600, but there's HuMaN1tY here, snipes the battle bus. The battle bus is going to be recaptured, and I think HuMaN has been killed. Yeah, HuMaN was chilling there, I think, and now has gone down. But yeah, this is shaping up to be a monster fest game with so many Scud Storms. We've got so many Scuds going down on the right side now as well. Don't really know how they are affording to make so many when they have been behind. So we've got so far 2 on the board for the left team. But it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. But they're not over on the right side. They're not far off. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3. 4 against 3 Scuds. Yeah, you can see the difference in map control here. SiZe has been denied getting that refinery. Yeah, but you can see the difference in map control. Like if we look at like LoGiCa's view, for example. Yeah, sure, he's got a bit of vision here, but they have no like kind of forward tunnels here or anything like that. I suppose he's got this little sneaky one here. So LoGiCa's on 6.5k. ExCal's on very little actually, but I think he's just spending it all on like battle buses, Scud Storms, all that kind of stuff. Got 3 versus 1 Scuds out on the field now. ExCaL beaconing another Scud. Buggies here for LoGiCa, trying to clear out these tunnels, but there are battle buses here for HuMaN1tY. But the problem is, if you hang around too long, then the buggies will come in from a different angle and take them out. But HuMaN1tY is running away. Pops out 1 RPG just to scare LoGiCa off. LoGiCa does retreat, but he's not going to go near the tunnel anyway. I mean, he's not going to go near that tunnel. HuMaN1tY has been detected. Almost gets sniped by the enemy HuMaN1tY, but now this one has been detected. Using the radar scan. Ooh, what's going to happen here? Bit of a trade-off between the HuMaNs. I think this is Big SiZe's HuMaN. Don't know where HuMaN1tY's is. This tunnel here is going to get cancelled. This refinery is going to finally be captured. I don't know if I feel like HuMaN1tY should have more at this point. I suppose SiZe is on 1 oil, so no wonder he's so far ahead. HuMaN1tY only has his 3 buses and only 1 Scud Storm. Like even LoGiCa, who I would have said was behind before, has even got 2 Scuds. But actually, he does have that oil, I suppose. Yeah, so he does have that oil. That'd be a nice target for a Scud, by the way. Kill the oil and the 2 markets if you can. If you can position it exactly right on this left-hand side. SiZe is now clearing some LoGiCa tunnels. You see SiZe's XP is absolutely crazy here. HuMaN1tY and LoGiCa quite even, but LoGiCa has now killed more, and ExCaL actually trailing behind. But I think ExCaL is deliberately doing that because he is investing in all the infrastructure, markets, and stuff like that. Okay, so this is the buses for ExCaL, actually. It's a little bit confusing with all the different battle buses. These are HuMaN1tY's. Well, 2 went down there, but yeah, several of ExCaL's battle buses went down as well. Never demo shot, but only killed a rebel. This middle building has been killed. Albus there for HuMaN1tY gets picked off. That's the thing. I think HuMaN1tY... should he be still making battle buses? I don't know. ExCaL is doing the same, I suppose. Fight fire with fire. Battle buses versus battle buses. Leave the buggies to big size. But big size and LoGiCa leading the way in terms of Scuds. And HuMaN1tY with 2. ExCaL with 1. Wasn't this Scud first? Hasn't already fired, I missed it. Has it? Unless they reset it and I didn't pay attention, but I thought that Scud was going to fire first. They've even beaconed it at 1. I think I've either missed it firing or it's been reset. Can't see how it's been reset. So yeah, I mean, I'm baffled. Right, we've got a Scud Storm here for HuMaN1tY. A Scud Storm there from LoGiCa as well. That one is going to hit there. Meanwhile, this one has killed the stuff over here. So yes, a few markets went down for ExCaL there. I think it was 2 or 3 that were in line there. Some nice shots by both. I do like killing the oil. I think that's a good choice. Got a lot of buggies out for LoGiCa over here. Yes, GPS scrambled them as well, so they are invisible. But yeah, HuMaN1tY has been getting pushed back. Since his good start, he has been getting pushed back. He's been losing ground. And I think that's one because LoGiCa's buggies are cheaper, and also because he's had an oil advantage over HuMaN1tY. But should HuMaN1tY switch into something else? Because, yeah, Battle Bus is having a hard time here. Rebel Ambush comes in. Not sure what was going on with that scaffold. Scud's firing all over the place this time. This one is now from SiZe. Why the hell is that Scud firing? A big push here from LoGiCa and ExCaL. I have no idea. The Scud's going to fire here, actually. So huge engagement. Buggies and buses for both teams. But now... ExCaL and LoGiCa are making ground here. They are pushing, making ground. Over here on this right side, we've got another Scud Storm going to fire. It's going to be on big size. On maybe... Oh, his production and his palace. Very, very nice target. Our SiZe will not be able to reinforce his army for the time being. Yeah, that Tox is going to remain unless HuMaN1tY brings a Scorpion and starts force firing the ground. Don't know if we hit another Scud fire. There's so many Scuds firing in this game. Okay, there's another Scud. More markets going down there, this time for ExCaL. And another Scud. It seems like every second there is another Scud ready to fire. This one... this one is going to go... Where is it going to go? It's on SiZe again. The SiZe is taking a little bit of a beating. Danish production again. So this might actually just finish SiZe's production completely. He's going to need to set up camp somewhere else with his palace and his arms dealers, that's for sure. So HuMaN1tY is going to be leading the way in terms of units on the ground for the next few minutes at least, while SiZe's production is cut off. LoGiCa now making ground here with his buggies. And yeah, after a really great start, suddenly the left side are getting pushed back all over the place. SiZe, there's not much you can do about this at the moment because there's battle busters here and buggies. There's even some quads coming as well, and SiZe's production has been completely cut off. So they are, I don't even know whose Scud is firing now, by the way. Okay, it looks like one of the left teams. It's actually HuMaN1tY. It's actually a double Scud, so he's actually taking out ExCaL's Scud Storms. ExCaL now only on one Scud, taking a hell of a beating here. Over on this left-hand side, we've still got a massive army here for LoGiCa. He's got quads. There was a battle bus, but been sniped, as well as the buggies here. Anthrax bomb comes in. Very, very nice placement, but sadly for them, the units did move out of the way. So LoGiCa's moved north, and actually ExCaL coming in the south here. SiZe is bringing his buggies. But ExCaL is just running in with his battle buses. Going to take out this tunnel here. You could go in here and just suicide yourself to kill these two markets. Might be a good idea, but also down here there's markets as well. I think I'm hearing another Scud. So many Scud Storms, man. Oh, there's so many Scud Storms. Okay, that's in the prediction of HuMaN1tY. Going to be no more battle buses for the next few minutes at least. I heard another Scud firing, but where is that one going to be? Okay, look at it. We found this one. It's on ExCaL's palace. That's going to stop battle buses for him. He might have to switch into Scorpions or just rebuild the palace as fast as he can. But LoGiCa's now pushing with these quads. He's got AP ammo, no junk repair just yet. He has got the money to upgrade the junk repair. Sneak attack here used from LoGiCa as well, so he can retreat if he needs to. Scud Storm fired once again. I think that's big size this time. Where is that one going? Where is that one going? This one's going on LoGiCa, it looks like. LoGiCa, meanwhile, doesn't care. He's just pushing in. And ExCaL Scud is taking a lot of damage, but ExCaL Scud, oh, fires one shot, but then goes down to HuMaN1tY's Scud. So now LoGiCa's on 4 Scuds versus all of these. So the left team, if they can manage to hold, they have got the Scud advantage. And yeah, you do not want to be suffering that disadvantage there as LoGiCa. 4 Scuds against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 versus 4 Scuds. Of course, you got ExCaL on your team. That is something that you definitely do want. ExCaL now coming in with his 2 battle buses. Ooh, it's raining more Scuds on LoGiCa's production this time. Kills his palace and camps his production as well. Maybe that's something GLA players want to take away from this, is don't build your palace right in front of your production. Maybe want to build it a little bit far away, because the palace is a really good target for a Scud. You don't want it to deny your production as well. Nice little rebel ambush there on top of the army, but doesn't actually kill anything, I don't think, actually. It looked really decent, but didn't actually kill anything. This scaffold here might be useful for breaking LoGiCa's army up a little bit. There is a stealth Scud here as well that LoGiCa don't think he knows that about that. If we look from LoGiCa's point of view, yeah, he can't see that, so his army is just moving around. There's another Scud fired. We can tell now this is from big size. Oh my god, I don't think I've ever seen this many Scuds fired in quick succession. Not for a while, at least. Where are those Scuds going? Okay, so actually on ExCaL's CC and his Scud. So he loses his CC and his Scud. So ExCaL now doesn't really have very much at all. He's got a few markets here and there. So his economy's still going. He's still making battle buses and stuff. But LoGiCa's still making inroads here. But has SiZe got enough out now to defend this? He's got buggies, got quads, he's got all the upgrades. LoGiCa still does not have the junk repair. Big size actually floating 16k. Maybe it's from all the bounty money he's been getting from all the Scuds. We've got another Scud firing now. And this one, this time, is going to be on LoGiCa. This is on his production once again. And markets. LoGiCa is continuing the push regardless with his quads here. Another Scud comes in, this time from LoGiCa, on top of SiZe's Scuds. And sadly for SiZe, that one does go down. That was a double Scud. It looks like 2. Battle Bus brought in by ExCaL here. Anthrax bomb on top of the army, and that completely obliterates LoGiCa's push there. Every single quad cannon going down. So now it's still looking quite good for the left team. I mean, they've lost a lot of map control, but their Scud advantage is so massive. LoGiCa just have a really forward position here, though, with all these tunnels. Got a sneak attack here as well. So maybe one thing for the right team is now to spread out like into the middle and stuff. Actually, is that ExCaL building a market now in the middle? Because they have all the ground, so you might as well spread it out. If the enemy's only really got Scuds, they don't really have a big army. We got another Scud firing now. And a sneak attack. This time it's on SiZe's Scud. Another Scud here is going to hit LoGiCa's Scud and 2 markets. So really, really epic hit there. Load of Scorpions here now for HuMaN1tY. Does pretty well at dealing with this, but there's actually also a sneak attack here from LoGiCa as well, and actually cancels the sneak attack there. Big SiZe has got a load of quad cannons. Would like to see SiZe spending some more of his money. I suppose we're a 10k improvement to where we were before, because he was on 16k. At least he is spending more. But yeah, remember SiZe is stealth, so he can only make really AP ammo quads and buggies is really... Unless you're going to make battle buses, that's really the only units you're going to be making. Nice little Anthrax bomb there from ExCaL that completely shuts down the production of big SiZe once again. HuMaN1tY now bringing in some Scorpions. We've got a Scud Storm ready to fire now from big SiZe. I imagine that this one is going to be on one of the super weapons here of LoGiCa. That one's actually already fired. Okay, that one's hit here, and I've actually missed that one. That one for SiZe, where has that gone? Is it back on ExCaL? Okay, so it's in the top right position. That Scud Storm does survive, though. So ExCaL, even though he doesn't have any super weapons, he's still making good work here. I think he's actually killing big SiZe. I don't know if I can see any way big SiZe is going to win this one now. Because he's got battle buses in his base. He only really had the AP ammo quads. And what's that going to do against the battle buses? Now, all of a sudden, those Scud Storms don't really matter so much, I don't think. SiZe tries a little bit of a pop there to try and fight LoGiCa's army. There is a Anthrax... Sorry, no, not Anthrax. Rebel ambush used on this building. Clears out the buildings. But now big SiZe's base is pretty much non-existent. It's probably all down to HuMaN1tY now, you could say. SiZe on 12k, ExCaL on 10k. I definitely prefer the right team's position at the moment. HuMaN1tY bringing in the Scorpions, but how good are they going to be against battle buses? Battle bus does go whole mode. It almost goes down. But HuMaN1tY here, a little bit questionable control because it did lose 2 Scorpions there to this battle bus for no reason. Now sending his units back. I think HuMaN1tY might just be a little bit too overwhelmed. Panicking, trying to help SiZe as much as he can, but actually, in the process, he's not actually helping that much. There's so many quads in here, in the base of HuMaN1tY here, just destroying everything. I really think this is the end of the left-hand side team, which I'm really surprised about, because for ages it looked like they had a huge advantage. So HuMaN1tY has cleared out 1 battle bus, but that's not the problem. The problem is this one, because this one's on the move, killing markets. This is the one that needs to be stopped. And also all these quad cannons in your base, killing the Scud and all that kind of stuff. So now we've gone from having like 12 Scuds on the screen to only now 4. One of which is still LoGiCa's. The other 3 still belong to SiZe and HuMaN1tY. But it just looks like LoGiCa's a little bit too much on fire. He is just wrecking everything with these AP ammo quads. But then also ExCaL with these Gamma buses just going around wrecking everything. It's the left team seem to have the Scud advantage, but not the ground army advantage. Shows, yeah, you prefer to have the ground army in this case. Big SiZe getting completely cleared out here. So then basically, as soon as these few buildings are cleared, all that's going to be left is this top left spot of HuMaN1tY with these few arms dealers, few markets, palace and whatever. But if you just look at the right-hand side now, like they've spread over to the middle, there's a load more Scud Storms going down. This definitely looks like a right side team win now, but very interesting how the left team had the advantage for ages, in my eyes, but then somehow have managed to fall behind. Very interesting. HuMaNtY is defeated. Big SiZe is defeated. Well played to LoGiCa and ExCaL. Yeah, at one point it looked like ExCaL was completely out of the game, but was the MVP there for the right side LoGiCa? Just look at the amount of units he destroyed. And I think the MVP for left side definitely was Big SiZe. So it's basically the battle of LoGiCa and Big SiZe. But ExCaL definitely had a major impact as well. But at one point it looked like he got completely wiped out by the Scuds. But yeah, I just questioned HuMaNtY's units, the amount of units and the unit choices and stuff like that. Like from after the start, they had a really good start, but then for ages he was just like kind of chilling on 3 battle buses. Should he, even though they're expensive, should he have made buggies instead, or should he have just stuck on the 3 battle buses? He also collected the least there as well. And at one point, you remember when the market count, HuMaNtY seemed to have like 4 markets, I think, and LoGiCa only had like 2. I suppose, okay, LoGiCa did have an oil as well, which counts as like 1.6 baht markets, but HuMaNtY was still ahead in it, and he had a stronger army in the beginning as well, which is the Tox. But yeah, maybe this is the difference, like I said before, when it comes down to who are the expert level players, which is them top 3. And HuMaNtY, although he's a really good team player, is not quite the expert level. And experts generally, that's gauged on like 1v1, like who could win in a 1v1. But generally, yeah, the experts are like considered to be the best in other game types as well. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. It's not an easy one because HuMaNtY is against, well, both of them, HuMaNtY and SiZe, against some of the best players in the game. So yeah, let me know in the comments, what do you think the left side team could have done? I think the room for improvement is on HuMaNtY. I just can't put my finger on what quite he should have done. Should he have had more markets? Was he floating at any point? Should he have had more Scud? Should he have had more ground units? I think he probably should have more ground units. So just chilling on 3 battle buses against all of them buggies of LoGiCa, I don't think is the greatest idea. So maybe it is just the market production, but I mean, we're talking fine margins. I'm not saying there's a major thing he could do. You'd have to watch that replay and just check what could the left team have done, because they did have an advantage. So the question is, how did they throw it away, or was it just because the right team are so good? ExCaL LoGiCa, very, very strong team. So yeah, let me know your comments in the description anyway, down below. GG, and see you in the next one.